Hello and welcome back to another edition of AEW Dynamite out of 10. And yeah, it's a huge show today. Could we get a surprise appearance and tag team match? Potentially not. But we've got Danielson, Takeshita, Moxley, Page, the trios title being sold in a ladder match. So yeah, there's enough going on, I would say. But anyway, let's get straight things off with Moxley versus Page. Both men unloading on each other to start off with. Hangman Page got the initiative after big boots, then followed with some chops. Mox came back into the match, slamming Page to the match, and then followed out with a suplex from the top rope. After back and forth between the two men, Page went for a buckshot lariat, but Moxley retaliated and sent him crashing into the guardrail at ringside. The BCC member then hit a King Kong lariat inside the ring for a 2-count and followed out with stomps to keep up the momentum. Moxley was in control during the stage of the match. Page made his comeback with a huge lariat as both men were down on the mat. After exchanging stiff shots, Page hit a fall-away slam on Moxley and hit a lariat to take him down. Page then went out to the top rope and hit a moonsault, but seemingly injured himself. As the action moved inside the ring, Mox hit the Death Rider for a 2-count and then followed out with some heavy strikes on Page. He then hit a pole driver, but only got a 1-count. Hangman Page retaliated with a dead eye. However, Moxley hit a curb stomp as the referee counted for 10. But after a brief back and forth exchange, Page hit the buckshot lariat to pick up a pinfall venture over Moxley. Post-match, Hangman Page celebrated as medical officials checked on Moxley in the circle. And I hope both men are alright after that brutal match. But yeah, this is everything we want between these two. Page pinning Moxley for the first time in 17 months, I think it is. That's a pretty huge deal, isn't it? So yeah, it gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Great match and puts over Page huge in his first match back. Just great to see him back as well. 8 out of 10 from me. Tony Schiavone was in the ring and he introduced Adam Cole on Dynamite. Cole started off by saying that he was thinking all day about how he would address the crowd upon his return. He said that he had some good news and some bad news. The Panama City Playboy expressed his appreciation for the business and gave an update on his struggles in recent months. He said he was seeing doctors multiple times a week and was in rough condition. Cole added that only his fans kept him going. Adam Cole then said he had some bad news, but it was not for him as he put the entire locker room on notice. Cole states his career is far from over and vowed to move back to the top of the mountain. This was so good. Obviously there was some concern with how bad his concussion needs to be, but so happy he's back. Adam Cole, one of the best wrestlers out there, and great to see him back in AEW, and whatever he does next, it's just going to be bloody great, I know it. What a brilliant segment, 10 out of 10. Hook and Jungle Boy then took on Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. Jungle Boy and Moriarty started the match respectively, 2 exchange shots in the corner before Perry took Moriarty down. Hook was tagged in and the babyfaces double team Moriarty. Perry was tagged back in, he went for a suicide dive on Stokely, but Big Bill caught him at ringside. Hook then saved Perry, however the heels got the advantage after the distraction from half away. Big Bill unloaded on Jack on the outside. Moriarty then wore down Jungle Boy with some crown-based offense in the ring. Hook was finally tagged in. He unloaded with a flurry of offense. He had a stare down with Big Bill before the babyfaces double teamed the 7-foot giant. Hook then lifted Big Bill up with a T-bone suplex and sent him outside. Towards the end, Jungle Boy and Lee Moriarty were legal men, and the former lot forced Moriarty to tap out with a snare trap. Get 7 out of 10 from me. Really enjoying this Jungle Hook stuff as well. Kind of a good opponents to take them over. I don't know if it will continue from here, but I'll be intrigued to see where it goes from here. But yeah, those two, they've made a decent match so far, and intrigued to see where it goes from there. Like I say, 7 out of 10, thumbnail match. The AEW World Champion MJF was then out next and he took a shot at a live audience. The Devil then said he doesn't watch much of Takeshi's matches before Takeshi retaliated by telling MJF to kiss his ass. The World Champion then said he was not afraid of Danielson before berating the fans even more. MJF then focused on Kenji and brought up the fact that Dr. Ken got cancelled. He then took shots at former WWE writer Freddie Winch Jr., who was also in attendance. Danielson then rushed the ring as MJF ran away from him and escaped the backstage area. So yeah, another great MJF promo, but then it was time for the wrestling. Danielson versus Takeshita. Both men started with some fast-paced offense. Danielson applied a surfboard stretch on Takeshita before the latter fought back with some heavy strikes. The American Dragon then locked the bell lock in, but Takeshita responded with a brief end bomb for a 2-count. Danielson made his comeback with an elbow strike and fell out with a running knee on the apron. Takeshita then took advantage of Danielson's awkward landing with a brainbuster on the floor. Towards the end, Danielson hit a running knee for a 2-count on Takeshita. He then hit multiple stunts and fell out with a regal stretch to pick up the submission victory. This gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Such a good match. You can see how well these work together. 2 of the best wrestlers on the roster for me, putting on a clinic. Danielson obviously getting a win, but Takeshita also getting over just from such a good match. 4 more of these to go. Danielson, Lee, Bandido next week. That's going to be great too. Great stuff here. But there's then time for Soraya and Tony Storm versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, and unfortunately there was no Mercedes Moné. Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter started the match respectively. The women's champion had the early advantage before Storm sent her outside the ring. Soraya was tagged in and she was fired up. However, Hayter took down both Soraya and Storm at the same time with a suplex. Baker was tagged in and she he battled with Tony at ringside. Meanwhile, Hayter battled Saraya in the other corner. Shida then came down to the ring area, and Baker got 2 count on Storm after an underhand slam. Jamie Hayter was then tagged in, and the heels were in complete control at this stage of the match. Saraya and Baker were tagged in, and the former hit a knee strike in the corner. The anti-diva then got a 2 count after a vicious strike on the Doctor. Tony Storm tagged in and got a 2 count following a DDT before Hayter came in and hit a big boot to take advantage. After a back and forth, Tony Storm hit the Storm Zero for a 2 count before Hayter broke it up. Towards the end, Hayter used Shida's Kendo Stick on Shida before hitting the Haterade for the pinfall win. And yeah, this was a really good match, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I kind of felt not to disrespect Eve or anything like this, but yeah, I kind of thought Monet was turning up, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, for me, kind of after that, no matter how good the match was, it was almost always going to be let down, so I kind of feel they were set up for failure here, even though the match was really good. So yeah, for that, we'll go through my overall feelings. While I really enjoyed the match, the segment, yeah, I don't know, maybe it was my fault for having ideas about my station, it probably was, but yeah, I can still have to say I was better than the run, so unfortunately I'm here at 5 out of 10, but they wasn't, they put on a really good match there. Angelo Parker and Matt Maynard were starting the next segment, which was Jericho Appreciation Society, hyping them up. Maynard brought up Hagar, powerbombing Starks before Jericho took centre stage. He said that they were done with Starks and Andretti as the babyfaces made their entrance. Andretti took a few shots at Jericho and vowed to shove a baseball bat up his ass before Ricky Starks focused on Hagar and called him a dumb purple-wearing idiot. Jake Hager responded by stating that he would destroy Starks before the latter challenged the former WWE superstar to a match next week. And just kind of a quick segment now to kind of set that up, but you know, Jericho is always entertaining on the promos. I like what they're doing with Starks and Andretti as well, so yeah, this wasn't bad stuff, but it's kind of a bit of a lull period before we got warmed up for I don't know the name of it in Spanish, I've forgotten it, but the ladder match, Elite versus Death Triangle. In the final match, all 6-man battles start things off. Nick Jackson and Phoenix were taken out on the apron after a quick exchange of moves, hitting a combination move on Nick. The Elite then took out Death Triangle with suicide dives in the ringside area. The latter was set up in the middle of the ring, and all the wrestlers tried to climb it at one point or another. Kenny Omega was in control, but Pac hit a missile dropkick on him. Omega then looked for a suicide dive on the outside, but he crashed and burned on a table already set up. Mark Jackson then put Pac for another table with a crossbody drop. Lucha Bros were dominating Omega at this point, but they were technically in stomach with a ladder. Phoenix and Nick Jackson were then on top of the turnbuckle before the former hit a Hurricane Rana in a ladder. At one point, Nick Jackson took out Penta with a 450 splash at the ringside area. As Mike Jackson was looking to climb the ladder, Alex Abrahantes came in and pushed the ladder. Omega then came in and hit the V-trigger on Abrahantes. Matt and Pac battled on the ladder, but Penta came on another ladder and set up horizontally and hit the Fear Factor. Omega and Phoenix battled, and the cleaner hit the one-winged angel from the ladder. Pac looked to hit a splash, but Omega had his knees up. Omega then climbed up the ladder and unhooked the Trio's title to pick up the victory. And yeah, I need a lie down after that match, I think that's pretty fair to say. But yeah, what a brilliant match this was. Gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Yeah, just non-stop action from start to end. So yeah, just brilliant stuff. The Elite winning, I think, is the right decision. Kind of pick up from where they left off after All Out. And yeah, great stuff. 9 out of 10. What a bloody series that was. Overall, AEW Dynamite this week gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I was slightly disappointed that Monet didn't turn up, but to be honest, by the end of the show, I really wasn't thinking about that. Really, I was thinking about the great action that we see. The main event was bloody brilliant. Danielson, Takeshita, Moxley Page. Yeah, just on the whole, a really fun show. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks very much for watching. So like, share, subscribe. Those what's going on. If you want to share for daily wrestling news, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, never greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.